right? Did you experience donor fatigue at any point? Which is why you have to do it. This is quite creative and innovative.
Hello. Okay, so I had to check with Sonny because Tootsie and Sonny and I had dinner and dreamt this up, I think, September? August, September of last year. And this has always kind of been the aspiration of Hope from 2012, and then we kind of forgot about it. But the reason why we did this is because Karen was so kind to say that we had built 144 classrooms, but that doesn't move the needle at all. If you hear, you yourself said there's 165,000 missing, and so, I mean, if we wanted to have an ego about it and just keep doing it little by little, I don't think it makes much difference. So I really thought we should approach the most beloved brands in the country and say, hey guys, let's do this together. And as far as donor fatigue, we didn't get any. Like, I mean, we met with Tessie in her office, and not only did she, I think Tootsie can attest, not only did she say, yes, let's do this, we really believe in education, she had ideas. She was like, we should also do this and this and this, and Tootsie and I just left more inspired than we arrived, you know? So, and that was true for all of our brand partners, whether we went to Aivee or we went to Alice and Bernie, to Jovi, we went to everybody and said, hey, would you guys like to do this? Everyone was like, yes. The only question is, how do you do it? Because this is not a mechanism that the Philippines is, I think Hope is the only one that really does this.
Yeah,
and so they had to really think about, well, how do you operationalize this, right? And so you'll notice that some of the products won't be ready right away. So it'll take some time, but we just felt, just like in the video, if we want to do something bigger, and we want to do it together and inspire a nation to nation build for education, we have to do it with the big brands. It's not going to happen with small brands like Hope.
All right, I think before we talk to the brands, Secretary Sonny Angara, what difference will this make to the Department of Education? And some may be asking, I mean, under the Constitution, the DepEd is supposed to have the biggest budget, and yet the struggle is real. We are still delayed with classrooms.
Well, the reality, Karen, thank you. I just want to say thanks to everyone in the room, especially to Nanette, Chris, and Tootsie, Tessie, and all the donors. There'll be time to thank everyone individually, the budget really is insufficient every year. The deficit has been growing. 12 years ago, maybe the deficit was in 55,000 classrooms. Now it's 165,000. So we really can't keep up. I guess that's a factor of population growth also. But I think this venture here, the sky is really the limit. And we've seen, I think, the case of what's named from Princess from the Bilan, right? That intervention by Hope has been life-changing for her and for her tribe and for her community. And there are hundreds of others like that. I went to one in Misamis Oriental, not far from the district of Congresswoman-elect Zubiri, in Misamis Oriental. And the tribal leader there said, alam mo, kami, sanay kami, yung tribo namin grade 1 lang. Pero dahil nag-construct ang community ng classroom dito, nakaka-grade 4 na kami. Pag tumulong ang DepEd, baka first time sa history namin magkakaroon kami ng high school. So that is the real impact of the choices. For us, it's only 1 peso, 5 pesos, 10 pesos, 100 pesos, which, as Nanette said, or tomorrow or Chris, doesn't move in. So I'd like to thank also Chris, because it came from the dinner, and Nanette's being kind by saying they thought it up. Actually, they thought it up, and they presented it to us, and we said, we'll take it. But really, thank you to everyone. The sky is the limit, because I know this is going to be opened up to many more donors, and we thank the initial donors because we had to shell out something already. You are the pioneers. You are the ones who will be remembered. I think when all is said and done, when history is written. But the doors open, and 10 months. That's all I've really done. And the DepEd is open doors. And I think in that way, to quote a baseball player, I'm like the luckiest man alive because all education has so many friends and supporters. Thank you.
Wait a second, I mean, Nanette's already teary-eyed. We haven't even finished the panel. Why are you crying, Nanette? Already? Okay, I wanted to ask you, what touched you? I mean, why is this so moving to you now? I mean, I can't resist. I'm on the show, right?
We just never thought of context. If you think about it, Sunnies, they are literally, as we speak, opening their first classroom. It was built between the time we spoke to them and now. What Sonny's talking about, we see it firsthand every day. And these kids, really, I never go to a classroom opening ever. Because when I used to go in the beginning, you know, Filipinos, they're so hospitable. When you show up, there's a big karate, you know, thank you, Nanette Medved-Po, there's food, there's a performance. And I felt so guilty because I didn't build them the classroom. You did. When you bought your water, you built them this classroom. It's millions, it's 144 classrooms. It's 144 million decisions that you made to build them a classroom. It wasn't me. And so I don't go anymore. And that's going to happen bigger now because of the people and the brands on this stage.
Actually, I want to thank you, Nanette. In all the years I've interviewed you for Hope, it's the first time that you really gave your control. All right, I want to ask Dr. Aivee. So, Aivee, you already have Beauty Beyond Borders. Aivee is already doing your corporate social responsibility. You have an advocacy already, right? I won't let that pass. Aivee, what made you say yes? Why did the Aivee group join?
Well, in the Aivee Group, our advocacy is really building confidence and changing lives. And so we have the Aivee Beyond Borders, or BD Beyond Borders. Actually, it was BD Beyond Borders. Until Nanette told me, it's Aivee Beyond Borders. So now it's Aivee Beyond Borders. So it was her brainchild. Anyways, we go to communities, underprivileged communities, where we give free dermatological and surgical services. And we're really able to transform lives right there and then. But we feel that there should be no limit or borders to where we can help. And so we feel that aside from healthcare, wellness, education is a very important tool in nation building. And so we're so honored and privileged that Nanette and Tutsi approached us to have another platform to help the communities just through hope. And so we're very, very honored to be part of this advocacy.
So, Aivee, can you explain what would it be if an Aivee customer comes? What is it? What do they buy? Or is there a specific package? Or you explain, if you do this, it goes to Hope. Or a while ago, you were carrying a tote bag. Is it only that? There's a bear over there. Is that a part of it? I mean, tell us.
Well, basically, sky's the limit. There's a lot that we can do actually. But of course, we want to do it one at a time. And our first program is to encourage our patients to buy this gorgeous bag. Actually, it's a shoulder bag. It's really super gorgeous.
Yeah.
And a lot of our patients like merch. They want to buy something, and we feel that if we carry this bag and we encourage them to buy it, we're actually contributing a portion of the sale, actually the sale, to Hope.
Complete.
Well, technically,
you're
yes.
hiring, okay.
Yes. So this is really primarily IVX Hope, and we're happy to be able to also let our patients carry it, and even our ambassadors or actresses and patients who come to the clinic, so that we can have a bigger platform where they can be encouraged to actually buy it and carry it proud. At the same time, know that they're helping build classrooms for our underprivileged children.
Thank you so much. Can we give a hand to Aivee, please? And I'd like to ask now, this is a big one, BDO. BDO has supported Philippine education many years. As MBIL's classrooms, there's a BDO financial education program. But what made you think of launching a credit card with Hope in it? And was it easy to do?
Video we work on artists, and one time I was in the office and I got a text from this is not going to be possible if I work here. Yes, also.
Yes!
Sitting here and very happy. Anyway, so we were just all working in her office. We got this text. She just did it. And she had all these ideas. So I had to go to her office and said, "Mom, do this. Mom, you have an office. So I want somewhere there." So I'm still figuring out how to do this. So the most we can really do this in a big way is just to have a facility credit card there over there. That's how it's going to look. The offer would be for any time that you use the MasterCard, 5 pesos for every 1,000 goes to. It will be an annual fee, but about 60-70% of the 200 for every 1,000 pays member goes to. So all these things, I guess, offering.
And I wanted to ask you, this is, I mean, something basic, like I use a BDO visa, so that's not covered. But let's say I want to donate to home, what do I do?
You can use any of the BDO card. And we're going to set
Any of the BDO?
yes, because right now, wala pa yan.
Okay.
So if you have that, then that's automatic. Now, for some people who just want to use their own video card, say Visa, Mastercard, whatever, everything else, we are going to set up a home account in our system so that if any of our cardholders want to donate either their points, their credit line, later on probably even their deposits, we will provide that facility. And we do have an app, video pay, and you can just do it. So we're building all these things, these are all legal works.
Pero tanong ko, let's say ang credit card bill mo, specific, 250,000 a month. Does that mean that, let's say, out of the 1,000 of that 250,000, a portion can automatically go to who without you as a consumer doing anything? All I need to do is pay my bill.
Yes, because I think you need to use your card. Say, home card, use it. For every 4,000,
Let's give them a hand. How many customers does BDO have right now in terms of credit card usage? 3 million. Yan. Si Small Laude pa, ang gastos nun. Malaki na donation sa Alright, we'll get more details later. Carmen's best, Mr. Joey Fernandez, alright? So, whether you landed a promotion or, you know, it's someone's birthday, you buy ice cream. You have a flavor here, it's salted caramel. And is this the only flavor? And what's it gonna be like? Every time you buy a pint, how much goes to build in a classroom?
Similar to Rolly, we're still trying to figure out how this will work. But I think one of the things that I wanted to mention was the complete surprise that we have with the Nanette. Because if you take a look at the mega brands, we consider ourselves in any day small. We're just starting. And we have a cult following. I think that's also a very important message that we need to send out to the public. You don't need to be a super big brand. You need to help out. And when Nanette actually told us, we got excited. We said, why not only hope in a scoop? Why not hope in a pint? Why not hope in a milk bottle? How about hope in a vegetable packaging, whatever? Kasi the objective is really something that we align with. And so thank you again, Nanette, for inviting us. And again, to answer your question, for every ice cream, I think we're opening up to the retail stores today. So I think every time a consumer consumes ice cream, they have the option actually to donate those to the bowl. And once the
What do you mean you have the option?
so I mean, if you buy 115 pesos scoop in Rockwell, you can actually pay 120 and the extra 5 pesos goes to bowl. Right. And from dali lang, meron. Magkakaroon na. Sabi ko ni Mr. Steven namin, but we're now trying to figure out. We said, okay, at the end of the year, because we have consumers donating, dapat kami rin eh. But it's not only just the consumers, we as a brand, we want to be aligned with this objective. So we're trying to figure out, so if somebody donates, for example, let's say 500,000 pesos total a year, we'll match that. So we can make the cash flow.
Announcing that yourself.
That's the plan.
So they can say,
And I think what's important is now we're really trying to give our best in this. That's why we're ready to give you the smart bit. We just wanted to say for all of our consumers and ourselves, the best thing for us is giving our best. That's the greatest joy. And I think what we see is something that we really align with, and that's something that we
thank you very much, Joey, for that. And SM, dapat SM ang Carmen's best. All right, for Grab Mr. Ronald, how did you design the package to actually contribute to hope?
I think just before I go into the details, allow me to say, being part of an inspiring program like this has been a privilege for us. And I think that's one of the motivations why we are trying to help. So for Grab specifically, we have been busy trying to provide functional skills to maybe hundreds of thousands of drivers. And we've gone as far as providing a few scholarships to their children. But ultimately, we need a platform that can be multiplied further, like this one. So the execution now is simply, there are millions of customers on the Grab app. We're going to use the app to educate people about this platform. Think about it as an ads platform. And the second is, for everyone who uses it every day, they earn points. We can probably prod them to contribute more and more those points into the program.
Will, let's say, the rate of Grab increase for Grab to be able to donate a certain percentage to hope?
What we're doing now is basically creating like donation packages. So meaning like 100 peso tranches at a time, rather than like piso that will take us forever to build our classrooms. So I think that's the idea. And then let's see, depending on how that take up, we can increase or decrease to kind of meet the needs of the program.
Okay, Ma'am Alice, you, Penshoppe, they're already wearing the shirts right now, right? So what is, first, why did you say yes?
We said yes because Nanette, we've been working with Nanette for quite some time with the plastic recovery program, so we know that she loves the environment and she's able to do a lot of good. So to our eyes, she's a very credible person. So when she comes to the office and brings Tutsi with her and tells me she has a very good program. They are very good people. We will make sure that your money will be used wisely and well. Because I always tell you that there are a lot of good companies looking for very credible platforms to help and to give back. But it is difficult to pick which one. So when a credible one comes along, no second thoughts, right? So and we were so excited thinking of possibilities of what we can do. We said the shirts have to be commercial because we need to make sure that people we like to buy the shirt and then so that they can use it and then they can collect a lot of it. So and we can really see that when she comes, this side of her, I've seen that. When she looks at the video of what they've done for the community, you know that she feels it, that she feels deeply about it. And it is hard to walk away from a person who you know really is very sincere in making a difference. We just want to be part of that story. So we are very, very happy to really partner with her and with Chris and to see Senator Sarah. So
Senator Sunny,
sorry, I'm wrong generation I'm sorry. I was thinking, last generation, sorry. So that's why we said yes, because you could really feel the shared values of the people that represent it is there.
And Alice, so you'll be making shirts, and it's wearing one now, so this is the whole collab. And how does it work out when they buy a shirt?
So we give a percentage of the sales to automatically go for every purchase of the whole merchandise. A percentage of the shirt sales is automatically given. But we've also kind of committed already. We have a target. So we said that's why we have to sell more. I told my son, I said,
What is the target?
Right now we started initially with 5 classrooms.
Oh, bravo!
But we hope to do more.
Bravo!
So that's why I tell the team, we have to do well, so we have to do more good. That's really the goal.
5 classrooms, that's 6 million pesos at least. They're building at 1.2 to 1.4. So bravo to you, ma'am. Bravo. All right, before I go to Steven, let me ask first Bea Soriano-Dee of Sunnies. Okay, so you see the flask here. So the flask is one of the hottest selling, I'd have to say, retail products in the market today. How did this partnership happen?
First of all, before Nanette and Juicy went to us, we're actually with 1% for the Planet. And we wanted to launch Sunny's Future. And for us, like, the future has always been in education. So it was so timely that when Nanette and Juicy went to us, we were like, we have this X number of 12 million to be exact to deploy. And we haven't found the right accredited organization in the Philippines, which is quite a lot of money. And so when they came to us, and I was asking, by any chance, are you with 1%? And when they said yes, it was the fastest deployment that we've ever had. So we thought maybe 2 months ago, and now in maybe 2 weeks' time, there will be 2 classrooms already, and a 3rd one coming up.
Wow!
But also, before any of this, the reason why this is so important for us, not just for my co-founders, Eric, Georgina, Martin, but I'm looking at my Sunnies team. And they're here, Jess, Jala, and everyone else with the Sunnies team. We launched so many new products in the HQ. Like, everyone gets so excited. But nothing excites everybody more than when it comes to health. So for us, this is not just important for us. I know it's important for them. And also it's very, very important for our customers.
But you know what's interesting with you is the fact that you said we have 12 million pesos to deploy. Not all companies think like that. There are so many companies that wouldn't put donations, charity work, developmental work as part of the company vision or purpose. How did that happen? What is Sunny's vision? Why did you say we have 12 million to deploy?
Well, we believe that we can't just grow on our own. We need to help the Philippines grow. And like I said, for us, the future is really in education. So thank you so much for doing this and for deploying the funds as fast as possible.
Oh my gosh, can you give Sunnies a hand? So with 12 million, that would be at least Nanette 10 classrooms. More or less, no? We have 2 now. But congratulations, Bea, Eric. That's amazing. So now we go to Steven Tan. All right, sir. Steven, why did SM partner with Hope? When we think we don't have to. SM is so massive. 1/3 of the stock market is, the C family. They build their own classrooms. Why partner with Hope?
We actually do build classrooms now. As a foundation, we already built 110 buildings, 374 classrooms across the country. So we've been doing that now because our founder, the late Henry C. Sr., he has once told me that the greatest equalizer is really in education. That's why we push education so much. No? We've done TAAL together. You remember the eruption of TAAL medical mission immediately, we were there. So this is really in our DNA to really help the country, to help the people that needs help. So one day I just received a message from our chairwoman, Tessie Sy-Coson, and she just said, why don't you put Nanette? So there you go. It was so fast. It's so fast that I sat down with Tutsi and then we start talking, and then something came out and said, we have this partnership with UNICEF before. Why don't we do this again with Hope? No? So every every bottle of bottled water sold in SM, a portion of it goes to Hope Foundation.
Or rebranding, it's like we're drinking SM.
We are rebranding it. We put the logo of Hope, Generation Hope. Yeah.
Wow, Nanette. And how many, I'm just curious, how many water bottles do you sell?
I can tell you we sell thousands of them every day.
So good for you. I'm sorry, you was excited about that.
And can I just say, thank you to SM and to Stephen for this amazing venue. They made this whole thing possible. So thank you, Stephen and Tessie.
Okay, my other question is, so you talked about Tessie's text. That's the key. The text na si Tessie. Tuloy na yan. So what prompts TSC, as she is called, to actually involve herself with projects like Generation Hope?
I believe that it really came from our founder. It really came from our founder, the late Henry C. Sr. He has been pushing for that since us 21 years ago. I've been with SM for the past 21 years. So I've seen how they have also have thousands of scholars every year with our SM Foundation. So I think this is really the initiative of SM. That is, we are so aligned with that. So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I love it. It's a no-brainer. Sonny, your reaction, you heard everybody. You know?
I just want to say thanks. There's nothing else to say. These are such wonderful people, wonderful companies, wonderful initiatives, and a wonderful. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, and Nanette. I think to close, you know, I mean, I think.
And I have to thank my wife.
Oh yes, can we make her stand, Tulsi, please? Yes.
They've been knocking on doors for the last 7-8 months, I think.
Yes.
I think most doors are open.
I know.
If not all.
Yeah, and I know how passionate Tulsi is, you know. But I wanted to ask Nanette, you know, developmental and foundational work in the Philippines has been a lot about you fundraise. Fundraising is hard. You know, I've been doing it for so long. Nakapagod, mag-fundraise, people end up saying, ulit, ikaw na naman. Gusto mo na naman ng pera, right? So usually it's a company giving this much, or a person giving this much. But clearly, Nanette, you changed the game. You and Tulsi have changed the game with this.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm familiar with that. And actually, that's why I started Hope. Because we don't ask the usual suspects to cut a check. We're not doing that. We're democratizing nation building, right? So you can be, you know, Tessie Sy-Coson, or you can be the gardener of Tessie Sy-Coson and give equally when you purchase a bottle of water at SM, right? Or if you purchase a Penshoppe shirt, or you take a Grab, right? So in other words, I don't think this takes a Grab, but my point, sorry, I'm trying to make a point. But the point is that this is not going to the usual suspects who it's true. I mean, the number of solicitations you get every day or every other day is overwhelming, and there's a limited amount of money you can give. But the truth is, the Filipino people are so generous. You see it, even the poorest people, you go to their house and they'll borrow a chicken from next door, di ba? These people want to be involved in nation building. We're giving them a mechanism to be inspired in nation build together, right? I mean, Filipinos are so generous. I don't think, I mean, we have the Filipino prosumer, right? People believe in these things. And so we're simply giving them a way to do it easily. If you're going to spend with BDO anyway, if you're going to buy water anyway, if you're going to get your ice cream anyway, why not support the brands who support the things you believe in, right? And I think there's so much, you look at the news, choose your Armageddon. So much bad news is coming out and we can't agree on anything. But this is something we can agree on. Educating the youth for the future of this country, we can all get behind that. So an easy mechanism with a great purpose, how can you go wrong?
I love that. Can we give them a hand? I like what you said. This is also sustainable giving, democratizing giving. And if I go biblical, as Jesus said, He loves a cheerful giver. So let's give everybody a hand, and please, for the photos. Let's have a photo with our partners. So this is just the beginning, everybody, and this makes giving and building classrooms sustainable. To our Generation O partners, you're seeing them on stage. BDO, Carmen's Best, Rap Philippines, Penshoppe, Aivee Clinic, SM Supermalls, Sunnies Studios. Thank you for your commitment, your belief, your bold action in choosing purpose today and helping build more classrooms in the Philippines. You are not forgetting those that feel they have been forgotten. To everybody who joined us today, our guests, media partners, I do hope you'll have a chance to talk to Nanette, to Tutsi. May I call Tutsi also on stage? Please, Tutsi, join. And also Miss Tessie Sy-Coson, please. Please